What's going on, everybody? Sports Player 2.0 Daniel here, and guys, we went 2-3 in the NHL and 7-3 in the NBA. So we had a bad day in the NHL, but a great day in the NBA. 7-3, 7 out of 10, right? That's really good. And in the NHL, we gotta do better. 2-3, that's not good. So we gotta do better in the NHL. So let's move on to tomorrow's games. The Rangers are going to Buffalo to face the Sabres. The Rangers come in at 16-15-4. And the Sabres come in at 7-23-5. And guys, let's just give a round of applause to the Buffalo Sabres for winning a game. They finally did it. They finally won a game. They did. They won against the Philadelphia Flyers. The last game for the New York Rangers, they won 5-2 versus the Washington Capitals. And for the Buffalo Sabres, they won 6-1 versus the Philadelphia Flyers. And the likely starters for this game is Igor Shesterkin for the New York Rangers and Dustin Tokarski for the Buffalo Sabres. And the New York Rangers are a favorite in this one. Give me the Rangers to win this game on the road in Buffalo. Next up, we have the Minnesota Wild going to Vegas to face the Golden Knights. The Wild come in at 21-11-2, and the Golden Knights come in at 24-9-1. The last game for the Minnesota Wild, they lost 4-2 versus the San Jose Sharks. And for the Vegas Golden Knights, they lost 4-2 versus the Los Angeles Kings. The likely starters for this game is Cam Talbot for the Minnesota Wild and Robin Leonard for the Vegas Golden Knights. And the Vegas Golden Knights are a favorite in this one. Give me the Golden Knights to win this game at home. Next up, we have the Penguins going to Boston to face the Bruins. The Penguins come in at 23-11-2, and the Bruins come in at 18-9-5. The last game for the Pittsburgh Penguins, they won 2-1 versus the New York Islanders, and for the Boston Bruins, they won 5-4 in a shootout versus the New Jersey Devils. And the likely starters for this game is Tristan Jarry for the Pittsburgh Penguins and Dan Vladar for the Boston Bruins. And the Boston Bruins are a favorite in this one, but give me upset. Give me the Penguins to win this game on the road in Boston. Next up, we have the Washington Capitals going to New York to face the Islanders. The Capitals come in at 23-8-4, and the Islanders come in at 22-10-4. The last game for the Washington Capitals, they lost 5-2 versus the New York Rangers, and for the New York Islanders, they lost 2-1 versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. And the likely starters for this game is Ilya Samsonov for the Washington Capitals and Semyon Varlamov for the New York Islanders. And the New York Islanders are a favorite in this one. Give me the Islanders to win this game at home. Next up, we have the Columbus Blue Jackets going to Tampa Bay to face the Lightning. The Blue Jackets come in at 14-15-8, and the Lightning come in at 24-9-2. The last game, these two teams played last time, and the Columbus Blue Jackets won 3-1. The likely starters for this game is Elvis Merzlikins for the Columbus Blue Jackets and Andrei Vasilevsky for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And the Tampa Bay Lightning are a favorite in this one. Give me the Lightning to win this game at home. Next up, we have the Detroit Red Wings going to Florida to face the Panthers. The Red Wings come in at 12-21-4. And the Panthers come in at 23-9-4. The last game these two teams played last time, and the Florida Panthers won 4-1. The likely starters for this game is Thomas Greiss for the Detroit Red Wings and Sergei Bobrovsky for the Florida Panthers. And the Florida Panthers are a favorite in this one. Give me the Panthers to win this game at home. Next up, we have the Montreal Canadiens going to Ottawa to face the Senators. The Canadiens come in at 15-8-9. And the Senators come in at 12-20-4. The last game for the Montreal Canadiens, they won 4-0 versus the Edmonton Oilers. And for the Ottawa Senators, they lost 3-2 in overtime versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. And the likely starters for this game is Carey Price for the Montreal Canadiens and Philip Gustafsson for the Ottawa Senators. And the Montreal Canadiens are a favorite in this one. Give me the Canadiens to win this game on the road in Ottawa. Next up, we have the Carolina Hurricanes going to Chicago to face the Blackhawks. The Hurricanes come in at 23-8-3, and the Blackhawks come in at 17-5-5. The last game these two teams played last time, and the Chicago Blackhawks won 2-1. The likely starters for this game is James Reimer for the Carolina Hurricanes and Kevin Lankinen for the Chicago Blackhawks. And the Carolina Hurricanes are a favorite in this one. Give me the Hurricanes to win this game on the road in Chicago. Next up, we have the Dallas Stars going to Nashville to face the Predators. The Stars come in at 11-12-10, and the Predators come in at 19-17-1. The last game these two teams played last time, and the Nashville Predators won 3-2 in overtime. The likely starters for this game is Anton Khudobin for the Dallas Stars and UC Saros for the Nashville Predators. And the Dallas Stars are a favorite in this one, but give me upset. Give me the Predators to win this game at home. And that does it for the NHL. Let's move on to the NBA. The 76ers are going to Cleveland to face the Cavaliers. The 76ers come in at 32-15, and the Cavaliers come in at 17-30. I'm going to go with the 76ers here. Give me the 76ers to win this game on the road in Cleveland. Next up, we have the Washington Wizards going to Detroit to face the Pistons. The Wizards come in at 17-29, and the Pistons come in at 13-34. I'm going to go with the Wizards here. Give me the Wizards to win this game on the road in Detroit. Next up, we have the Charlotte Hornets going to Brooklyn to face the Nets. The Hornets come in at 24-22, and the Nets come in at 33-15. I'm gonna go with the Hornets here because the Nets are tired after today's win, so I'm gonna go with the Hornets here. Give me the Hornets to win this game on the road in Brooklyn. Next up, we have the Golden State Warriors going to Miami to face the Heat. The Warriors come in at 23-24, and the Heat come in at 24-24, and the Miami Heat are a 2-point favorite in this one, but give me upset. Give me the Warriors to win this game on the road in Miami. Next up, we have the Orlando Magic going to New Orleans to face the Pelicans. The Magic come in at 16-31. And the Pelicans come in at 21-25. I'm going to go with the home team here. Give me the Pelicans to win this game at home. Next up, we have the Atlanta Hawks going to San Antonio to face the Spurs. The Hawks come in at 23-24. And the Spurs come in at 24-21. I'm going to go with the Hawks here. Give me the Hawks to win this game on the road in San Antonio. Next up, we have the Denver Nuggets going to Los Angeles to face the Clippers. The Nuggets come in at 29-18, and the Clippers come in at 32-17. I'm going to go with the Nuggets here. Give me the Nuggets to win this game on the road in Los Angeles. And that does it for the NBA. Let's move on to Major League Baseball, folks. It's starting tomorrow. The Major League Baseball season is underway tomorrow. Starting off, we have the New York Mets going to Washington to face the Nationals. The pitching matchup for this game is Jacob deGrom for the New York Mets and Max Scherzer for the Washington Nationals. And the New York Mets are a favorite in this one. I am gonna go with the Mets here, and I'm gonna take the under 6.5 runs in this game. Next up, we have the Blue Jays going to New York to face the Yankees. The Blue Jays come in at 0-0, and the Yankees come in at 0-0. The pitching matchup for this game is Hyun-Jin Ryu for the Toronto Blue Jays and Garrett Cole for the New York Yankees. And the New York Yankees are a favorite in this one. The over-under on this game is 7.5. I'm going to take the over 7.5 runs in this game and give me the Yankees to win this game at home. Next up, we have the Cleveland Indians going to Detroit to face the Tigers. The Indians starting pitcher is going to be Shane Bieber. And for the Detroit Tigers, they have Matthew Boyd. The Cleveland Indians are a favorite in this one. The over-under for this game is 7.5, and I'm going to take the Indians in the under 7.5 runs in that game. Next up, we have the Baltimore Orioles going to Boston to face the Red Sox. The Orioles starting pitcher is going to be John Means. And for the Boston Red Sox, they have Nathan Eovaldi. This is going to be a really good game right here. A 9.5 over under. I'm going to take the under 9.5 runs, and I'm going to take the Boston Red Sox to win this game. Next up, we have the Minnesota Twins going to Milwaukee to face the Brewers. The Twins have Kenta Maeda going for them on the mound, and Brandon Woodruff for the Milwaukee Brewers. The Milwaukee Brewers are a favorite in this one, and the over-under for this game is 8 runs. So I am going to take the Minnesota Twins in an upset over the Milwaukee Brewers in the over 8 runs in that game. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates going to Chicago to face the Cubs. The Pirates have Chad Cole, and the Chicago Cubs have Kyle Hendricks. And the over-under is not available. And the Chicago Cubs are a favorite in this one. So give me the Cubs to win this game at home. Next up, we have the Atlanta Braves going to Philadelphia to face the Phillies. The pitching matchup for this game is Max Fried for the Atlanta Braves and Aaron Nola for the Philadelphia Phillies. And the over-under for this game is 7. And the Phillies are a favorite in this one, but I'm gonna have to go upset. I'm gonna take the Braves here in the over 7 runs in this game. Next up, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks going to San Diego to face the Padres. The Diamondbacks have Madison Bumgarner on the mound versus for the San Diego Padres have Yu Darvish on the mound. The over-under is 8.5. I am going to take the Padres because the Padres are favorite. I'm going to take the Padres in the under 8.5 runs in that game. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers going to Colorado to face the Rockies. The pitching matchup for this game is Clayton Kershaw for the LA Dodgers and German Marquez for the Colorado Rockies. And the Los Angeles Dodgers are a favorite. I am going to take the over 11 runs in that game because that is a hitter's ballpark in Colorado right there. The Rockies are a hitter's ballpark. So I am going to take the over 11 runs in that game. And give me the Dodgers to win this game on the road in Colorado. Next up, we have the St. Louis Cardinals going to Cincinnati to face the Reds. The Cardinals have Jack Flaherty on the mound versus Luis Castillo for the Cincinnati Reds. The over-under for this game is 7.5 runs. I'm going to take the under in that game, and I'm going to take the Cardinals in an upset on the road in Cincinnati. Next up, we have the Tampa Bay Rays going to Miami to face the Marlins. The Rays have Tyler Glasnow on the mound versus Sandy Alcantara for the Miami Marlins. The Tampa Bay Rays are a favorite in this one. The over-under is 7.5, and I think it will be an under game with the Rays winning this game. I think the Rays will win this game on the road in Miami. Next up, we have the Texas Rangers going to Kansas City to face the Royals. The Texas Rangers have Kyle Gibson on the mound versus Brad Keller for the Kansas City Royals. The Kansas City Royals are a favorite in this one. I'm going to go with the Royals in the under 9 runs in that game. The White Sox are going to Los Angeles to face the Angels of Anaheim. They're going to Anaheim. The White Sox have Lucas Giolito on the mound versus Dylan Bundy for the Los Angeles Angels. The over-under for this game is 8.5. I'm going to have to take the under in that game, and I'm going to take the Chicago White Sox to win this game on the road in Los Angeles. Next up, we have the Houston Astros going to Oakland to face the Athletics. The Astros have Zach Greinke on the mound versus Chris Bassett for the Oakland Athletics. The over-under is 8.5, and I'm going to take the over 8.5 runs in that game, and I'm going to go with the Astros because it's a pick'em, so I am going to pick the Astros to win this game on the road in Oakland. Next up, we have the San Francisco Giants going to Seattle to face the Mariners. The Giants have Kevin Gausman for them on the mound and Marco Gonzalez for the Seattle Mariners. And the over-under is 8.5. I'm going to take the over 8.5 runs in that game, and I'm going to take the Giants to win this game on the road in Seattle. And that does it for today's picks for tomorrow's game. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please give me the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.